Sanje Chuna Sonje Chuna Bardo Simche 사제 부주 수자 매도한 semche anamji samba loi semda selta 제조 대모 탐바 주님 콜로 콜도 담기 두지 샤지리 선호 자님의 뜻대에 혼준바 세질 한번 다버짐 샤기 잘부 잡라 쿠션 설 군볼레 들어와야 대와나 도매님 쇼랑 주지다 주중요 샤화오 실라스 Zamlin genchon namlai kujan zamlan zibi janjun shoni dan tuji longton nyamben tamaya narto tambra vipi terjuji kondi shurkur tomben lonchin time wazir shavlai kujan Shibsha Kanchin Dola Zipsi Tere Chime Wasar Yang Tre Tuk Teram Zo Wasar Lonchen Nam Ki Nam Jurb Jingme Limbi Shavla Kushan Sar Mari Sangin Cheram Nyang La Shar Kundo Zambu Monlam Nambra Jan Shibshi Jaryan Tinlin Zanzab Mipam Jamsu Shabla Kushan Sar Pami Tuksi Dorjib Dinjumni Churpinam Rolira Lambikar Mantulon Darik Pi Khwarjib Jingme Pinso Shabla Kushan Sar Kamson Korvaton Tunum Jimbe Sabchelang Yon Den Tarshinba Nilu Ranger Tumbe Namjun Yeshi Wamchu Shabla Kushan Sar Kunzang Dor Sim Garab Shirasan, Pe Makara Jimbang Nushunga, Sozor Namnya Tirtun Jarsas. Kadir Lama Namla Kushan Sar Kanda Shuji Dongunji Dina, Desalumar Jura Kansata, Under Tumbi Shuji Sharmi. Simberendo Badeda Tamsin Dershashi Namo Arya Dambal Hai Kedan Ladano Jinke Chum Dadami Kenam Da Dro Kunji Jeke Chism Tamse Get Chujan Tujurji. Okay, so prayer in English. May all beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. May all be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be apart from the supreme bliss which is free of all suffering. May all sentient beings live in great equanimity, free from the attachment and aversions that keep some close and other distant. May all beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. May all be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be apart from the supreme bliss which is free of all suffering. May all sentient beings live in great equanimity, free from the attachment and aversions that keep some close and other distant. May all beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. May all be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be apart from the supreme bliss which is free of all suffering. May all sentient beings live in great equanimity, free from the attachment and aversions that keep some close and other distant. Okay, so we are going to explanations continuously from yesterday, or the Bardo teachings. So these Bardo teachings we division into there's 6 categories, but we are going to more detailed explanations on the 4th stage, which is the intermediate state of death, or the death part of the disrupted the elements. So these the intermediate state death, the first course level dissolution stage we mentioned from yesterday, and now we are going to end the subtler dissolution stage, the internal subtler dissolution stage. So anyway, we mentioned before, we say the flesh element dissolve into the earth, or earth element will be dissolving into the water, and then is the blood element dissolve into the water, or water element will be dissolved into the fire element, and then it's the temperature of our body element dissolving into the fire, or fire element will be dissolving into the wind. And then the breath element dissolve into the wind, or wind element will be dissolving into the of consciousness. So we are now on this, the 4th stage, the dissolution stage. The wind element dissolve into the of consciousness, we say. So during this dissolution stage, I mentioned to you before, appearances, the two signs of outer and inner. So the outer sign, there's one important thing here. The breathing circulation is very big change, because the pure blood from our body is gathering to in the center of our heart, and that moment is there's 3 times continuously one after of another, and the pure blood is pours into the bottom of the heart 3 times, and then when the first time the pure blood is dropping in the bottom of your heart, and that moment the dying person's the outer special sign, you can see his breath, the exhalation is a little bit more stronger and more longer than normal, and with a small tiny sound. And at the same time, simultaneously, he or her, the dying person's eyeballs, little bit rolling up more than normal, and little bit bend in forward from the point of neck. That is the special sign. And then just immediate next moment, again is the second time, the pure blood is dropping in the bottom of heart, and then again is the breathe out, the exhalations more longer and more strong than the first stages, and cannot breathe in, just stop with a small sound, natural sound. At the same time, again simultaneously, the eyeballs rolling up more than first, and then it's a little bit bend, the bend and the forward from the point of neck again is further, and then it's the third, the last pure, the blood is dropping in the bottom the heart again. At that moment is the breath exhalations the more longer and more strong than the first 2, and cannot breathe in, just stop with a small sound. At the same time, same like before, the eyeballs rolling up more than before, and the half almost is the eyes, the half close, almost the upward, or from downward, close to the downward, like bird sleeping. And then it's at the same time simultaneously it's the bend in forward from the front, from the point of neck further. So that is the last time, the last breath of this life, because completely stopping the breathing circulations. They cannot breathing more. Only continuously 3 times breathe out, but cannot in, and then the stop. So at that moment the breathing completely stop, and the heartbeat also stop, and the same time also is all the functions of the nerve systems also stopping the nerves, the nerve systems, the function is also, the energy is stopping. So at that moment, actually, if normal medical science, they believe is this person is now is the dead, completely he or she is dead. That is the death, But the accordance of the Tibetan Tantra way, the dissolution stage of death, still is as they are dying continuously, but not completed, because that what we can see only the course level science of the process of the dissolution stage, but still is there's coming will be of the coming of the internal the tiny the dissolution stage of the sign is gradually will be coming, so therefore yet not completely dead. Just is the external breath circulation stopped, but very subtle internal breathing is still existent there. So it's just dying but not dead completely. So in this case, now we're talking further little bit about the next stage, the dissolution stage, which is, which I mentioned before, said the breath, the wind element or the breath element dissolving into the wind, or wind element dissolving into the consciousness. That moment is everything stopped. But still is the consciousness now, the next stage, we say the consciousness will be dissolving into the space, we say. So consciousness dissolve into the space. But actually this does not mean is completely is exhaustion into the sky, our consciousness into the space. That is not the case. Space means is actually that is Dharma sphere, or something is the empty nature mind. That all of this the consciousness dissolve into the best of all consciousness. Actually, the best of all consciousness we here is used says space, like space, because without concept, any conceptions, and only is that like the best of all the clarity and emptiness is like space, nearly similar like space, the definition. So therefore we say consciousness dissolve into the space. The normal ordinary people's perception will be dissolving into the best of all consciousness, so that is like say space. Okay, and then that moments again we can in brief way we can say consciousness dissolve into the space. But if a little bit more determined way, and then this dissolution stage of the space, the consciousness space, is we can again division into, there's four different kind of aspect of the dissolution stages. A little bit more detailed way, we can divide it into these four stages of this space. So in this case, we can say consciousness will be dissolving into appearances. Appearance will be dissolving into increase or increasing. And then the increase will be dissolving into attainment. Attainment stage will be dissolving into extremely attainment. That is four determined stages, the four aspect or determined dissolution stages of the space. Consciousness dissolve into the space. So in that way, now we need to little bit more experience about these stages, the situation of these four dissolution stages. First one, when we say consciousness dissolve into the appearance, that moment the dying person himself or herself can experiencing two different signs of outer and inner vision, but both is only himself experienced. But still we can say outer and inner because he or her feeling, the vision on the mind is appears from outer and arising from inner, something the feel, nature feeling. So because at that moment the drops, the wet drop, the pure essence, the red cell we found from that comes from our father, and placed usually in the upper part of the center channel, means is the center of crown, So, but at that moment now is all the function of the energies to holding about this pure essence is loose. The power is have no power to remaining continuously in the pure essence and the same place of the upper part of the center channel and the center crown. So therefore, is just that moment naturally is the pure essence, the pure drops, the wet drops is ascending through the center channel and towards to the heart. And but these moments is they are experiencing the outer visions. I mentioned before the coarse level dissolution, the sign of dissolution stage is the last one, is like we shimmering butter lamp. We left yesterday, like shimmering butter lamp like. So these perceptions now totally is disappear, totally transferring into or changing into the appearances on the mind. The perceptions are like wetness, like early the very pure sky and the autumn sky in the evening, the full moon start arising from very far. At that moment, first you can see is the reddish color, or something is the great or the lightning. First coming the light of the sun is under the moon is start on the sky. Something kind like that. They gave an examples in the Buddhist of the Tantra text. That says the redness is the perception mind, the butter lamp shimmering, the butter lamp like this is totally disappear into the of just redishness, something reddish colors, reddish in colors appears on the mind. Everything's like full moon start arising on the sky, and this is the outer vision, the feeling, the dying person himself, outer sign. And simultaneously at the moment, same time, the inner sign, he or she experiencing the perception or the concentration mind is more, what's it, the mind, one pointed of this dissolution stage mind is more clarity than normal. It's more clarity. The aspect, the experiencing, the clarity is more than normal. That is the inner sign of this dissolution stage of the first one. And then the next stage, we say appearances will be dissolving into the of increase. At that moment, again, you can experiencing, the dying person can experiencing two different signs, outer and inner, because the red drop, the very, very pure essence of the red drop from mother is placed the bottom of below the length of 4 fingers below the bottom of the center channel, the navel level, the bottom of the center channel. But at that moment is they completely lost the function, the length of the energy to holding or placed this pure essence of the red drop. So therefore, this red pure cell is ascending through the center channel and towards to the heart. And that moment, the outer vision experiencing like the sun start arising very early morning. It's like orangeness or orange color or something, in the sky very early morning, yet completely appears, but nearly to arising the sun. In that terms, you can see very orange. So something like this, because the redishness vision is changed completely, the perception of redishness mind is changed into everything. So what appears, the dying person's feeling, is the perceptions like reddish, reddishness, or the reddish color, or the orange color like this. This is the outer sign of himself. And then same time at that moment is inner sign, he or she can experiencing, was I mentioned before, the clarity vision now is transferred into is blissness or enjoyment feeling, or joy, more enjoy at that moment. So the feeling, nature feeling is the clarity feeling is now transferred into is joy or something, blissness, more joyfulness feeling at the moments. That's the inner sign, that dissolution stage. And then at the third dissolution stage, we can say the increase aspect will be dissolving into the aspect of attainment state. At that moment, again, can experiencing there's two signs appears, outer and inner by himself feel. So because these two drops, the pure from father, the red drop, and the red drop from mother, and the pure drops closer towards to the of this through the center channel and towards to the point of center, the heart. And then consciousness, our karmic energy, the consciousness also is closer and closer between these two cells. And then finally is they can tripped in the between of these two cells, the consciousness, and that moment is a feeling is change. The dying person's, he or her experiencing of the sign, the external sign is like darkness, because the reddishness feeling is the perceptions now as change into changing or transferring into the of the darkness, like the after the sunrise, the evening is the dark sky is something is coming, the stormy evenings like that is the darkness feeling is coming, because consciousness is stripped between between of these two cells, too close, and then nearly to sign is that the darkness means is nearly to fainting, close, approaching to faint. So darkness feeling coming, that's the outer sign himself. And then the inner sign experiencing is the bliss or the joy, the enjoyment feeling is change. The enjoyment perceptions now transferring into change into non-thought or non-conceptuality, more non-concept mind feeling. That means is almost is nearly to approaching to faint, completely is fainting, yet not faint, but is nearly is the loose, completely loose the consciousness, So therefore, is that sign is more non-thought, not blissness, not clarity anymore, but it's non-thought feeling is very, very strong. That's the third sign, outer and inner. And then the last moment, the fourth dissolution stage, you can say the attainment aspect will be dissolving into the completely attainment or extremely attainment state. That means is there will be, because completely fainting, any the visions, exhaustion, everything of any kind of the visions of the wetness, reddishness, drownness, clarity, blissness, and non-thought, everything is disappear. Means is like completely is like nothingness, something like that. That's the nature. But later after back to the fainting, and then little bit after these few minutes or few second minutes, and then is as appearance as best clear light will be appearance arising the best clear light. Okay, so and that moments can feel there's two different signs again, outer and inner aspect of outer and inner of these dying persons, which means is the like the outer is like clear light, very clarity. This clarity is very different than the mentioned before. Said because now we're talking clarity. That is the best clear light. Actually, that is the nature, the essence, the luminosity, the essence of luminosity of our nature mind. Or that is the luminescence of the Buddha nature, arising there like very, very naturally, very primordially, very naked, where appears there without any obscurations. That is why we say very clear light. That's the sign. And the same time also feel is that clear light is not something like maybe we use this English word clear light, maybe you feel very shining or something very radiant, something like, not that is the point. But it's very pure, very, very pure, purer, something very pure, like atom sky, in the pure atom sky, without any cloud and without any dusty, without any wind, so without any pollutions, without any fumes, so forth. Totally is the pure sky and the atom pure sky. If you look from the top of your top on the mountain, if you see very early the morning, and so how pure the sky, it's totally something is very that purity. So that is, we say, like that's the pure clear light. But at the same time, you can feel also when you look just the empty sky, space, and the pure atom, and then also you feel naturally is very much emptiness. That's very, very emptiness, because empty space. So something like this, you can also experiencing the empty nature of your mind, because of Buddha nature, one essence, two aspect, which is luminosity, aspect of luminosity, appearances, very clarity, and this is the antidote actually to the ignorance. Ignorant is the opposite of clarity actually. Also the ignorant is the opposite of the luminosity. So just as the luminosity mind appears, they have no chance to ignorance mind anymore there at the moments, actually. At the same time, as you can feel also as the empty nature, like empty sky, so like this you can feel. That's the nature, Buddha nature, the fourth stage, the science of it appears, the fourth dissolution stage. So these four stages, but again, we still need to little bit some other aspect we need to understand of this dissolution stage of four stages during that moment at same time. Again, we start from the beginning, because I mentioned before, consciousness dissolves into the space. So this dissolution stage we division into four stages. So therefore the space and the clear light of the space, we can again division into this four aspects, four different kind levels. One nature, but different aspect again, because the stages, the process, further and further, more deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. So therefore there's we division into four stages. So during the first one, the clear light of empty. During the second dissolution stage, it's a clear light of extremely empty. The third stages, during the third stages, you can experiencing the clear light of great empty. And the last one, the fourth stage, dissolution stage, that during the fourth dissolution stage, you can experiencing the clear light of omniscience or omniscient. Omniscient, the clear light of omniscience empty. Omniscient empty, or all-pervasive empty, we can say also, the clear light, the fourth stages. So these, because that's the chance to liberation or to realization, true nature of your clear light and the emptiness, better your wisdom mind, if you are practitioners, particularly Tantra practitioners, especially in the great perfection, Zopa Chenpo practitioners, because and during your life, your master, your root guru, Zopa Chenpo master, they already introduction to you, realization, the best clear light, the path clear light, and the path emptiness, So if you had already experiencing little bit generality about this, the clear light and emptiness of path during your master just introduced to you, and then you had already familiar, because during your meditation practice, the over weeks, months, years, almost your life. So therefore, this person very, very have the opportunity chance to recognize not only experiencing of these four stages of dissolution stage, but will be realization. This is the true nature. That is the true nature of your mind. If in case somebody opportunity to be realization, true nature, the emptiness and true nature, clear light of your mind, that means is you will be liberate. You will be liberation. You will be enlightenment during this dissolution stage of death in this life. In this life, in this end of this life, means this state, including in this life, you will be enlightenment of Buddha, truth body. You will be attainment state Buddha. You become the Buddha of, especially is achievement state Buddha of Dharmakaya. If you will be realization of this dissolution stage, maybe first stages. If not, then the second chance. If not, and the third. And if not the fourth, the last one. Anyway, is during these four stages, any of these 4 stages, you have chance, opportunity, realization, true nature. If you focus on this, and then you can liberate into the Dharmakaya body of yourself. So there's no need further continuously passing into the next Bardo of intermediate state, existence, so forth, because that's the last, because the end of your dissolution stage ending there, because liberated, kind of like enlightenment. So there's 4 stages, the chance. But now the question is, why you further can experiencing these more deeper and deeper, these 4 stages, the science of these 4 stages, emptiness of the clear light of emptiness. Because again, we need to understand this, because the obscurations, the step and step is less and less to the of nature mind. As long as you have the obscurations there, then obscured to your nature emptiness and luminosity mind, you cannot feel, you cannot experiencing. Like now, we have very much the obscuration of coarse level delusions, coarse level affliction emotion mind, the coarse level of the obscuration of the the distraction mind, so forth. So therefore, we cannot experiencing about this nature empty nature of mind, and about of the luminosity essence, the essence of luminosity of mind, we cannot at the moments, Generally, I'm saying, of course, if you are very practitioners, then if you have complete of 500,000 preliminary practice, and then opportunity chance I mentioned you, introduction to your nature, mind by the masters, and then if you meditate, sure, even it's the normal living time, have many chance you can feel, you can experience things, but normally, generally, it's not, So, but here is the dissolutions, the process of dissolutions or death. That moment is you have many chance to the realization true nature, because the coarse level obscurations will be exhaustion. It will be exhaustion, it will be dissolving into the subtle imprint. So as there's no much strong of the obscurations, so therefore just appearances negate of your nature mind. That's why, for example, in the Tantra, we say there's during this dissolution stage we're talking right now. So these 4 stages, particularly in the first 3 stages. During the first 3 stages, we need to understand there's 80 different kind of 80 the aspect of conceptions, unpure conceptions, 80 different kind of perceptions or 80 different kind of conception mind will be dissolving into the subtle imprint. So these 80 is we can division into there's 3 groups. One is the accordance about of unpure perception, the 33 unpure conceptions performed or related to the negative emotion, anger or aversion mind, kind of something aspect. And then another, there's the 40 different kind of aspect. The conception is the related from of attachment, the negative emotion of attachment or desire. And then the resting, the 7 aspect, the concept of unpure conception of perceptions related or performed from the emotion of the delusion or ignorance. So the 3 portions, the point of meanings is desire, anger, ignorance of these 3 stages. So totally there's 80 unpure perceptions, because these 80 unpure perceptions usually obscured completely to the of your nature emptiness mind and the luminosity, the essence of luminosity. So we couldn't feel, we couldn't experiencing, usually not easy. But during this dissolution stage, and the first one we mentioned before, descending the wet drops towards to the heart and through the central channel, and you experiencing of the wetness, and inner is a clarity more your mind at that moment. Also exhaustion at the same time is exhaustion. The first 33 the aspect, the conception, unpure conception of the anger, will be dissolving. And then at the second dissolution stage, during that moment, you will be experiencing also exhaustion of the 40 different kind, 40 aspect of the unpure perception of desire or the attachment will be dissolving into the subtle imprint. And then is the third dissolution stage is the darkness feeling and non-thought, non-concept experience, the sign is internet or so forth. At that moment, the end, completely exhaustion, and the rest 7, ignorance, the obscuration, the perception of the ignorance of the 80, the 7 kind of the 7 tips, different aspect of the perception of ignorant will be dissolved into the subtle imprint. So therefore, after you fainting, let us start awakening from this dissolution stage, and then it's almost naked. Your mind is nature appears there, because all these 80 different kind of course level obscurations dissolving into very, very subtle, the best of all. So it cannot feel the obscurations there. Only it's just naked appear, like the sun arising as the completely from the freedom from the cloth, like the dusty, and then it's very brightening, very lightening, shining, or moon, like appears the sky without any obscurations, like that. Your nature mind. So, by this reason, you can experience things during the fourth stages, dissolution stage of that moment is very best clear light appears there. That's the Buddha nature. So that moment is that is the last experiencings of the dissolution stage of death, the intermediate state of Bardo, death Bardo. Because before you have many experiencings, but now the last moment you experienced is only best clear light. You will be experiencing best clear light, like empty sky and the pure atom sky, very pure and very empty. Something that just gave the analogies, the example, but of course cannot find more than this example. Cannot. That's just symbolic, just it's representing to understand how it looks like. That feeling says, so anyway, that is the moment. So, and then if they can recognize that emptiness, the clear light of extremely, or the clear light of the last chance, to experiencing of the clear light of the omniscience, emptiness, and then is you will be, I mentioned you before, enlightenment of Buddha Dharmakaya, the last chance. That is only the last chance, So sometimes some very great practitioners, such great Zopa Chimpa practitioners, or such something is the highest of Tantra practitioners, sometimes as those qualified master, we say, oh, he or she is dead. Now we say dead. But still is he or she is remaining on the tuktam. Tibetan word we say, oh, he or she is on tuktam now. We say, he dead, but still on tuktam. So we know what it means on tuktam. Tuk is mind, actually, it's mind or heart. Tuk. Tam means is one pointedly focus on of the realization true nature, samaya, or the pure samaya, that is, or pure perception. Totally is extraordinary perceptions, focus on their one pointedly remaining, not only experiencing, but they can, on top of experiencing, they can realization. So, realizing, their realization, they recognize, that is the best clear light, the nature of one's own nature of best clear light, mind. So best clear let, we can the clear let, the essence of clear let or nature mind and the emptiness, we can say part clear let, emptiness, like sun, like children, like childlike, we can say childlike or sun-like, the part clear light, and mother-like, best clear light. But here is when we reach this dissolution state, the fourth one, the last one, that moment's appearance as the clear light is mother-like, best clear light. And during the living time, is better your root guru introduction to you, realization, the best clear light, the essence of luminosity and nature, emptiness. That terms what you understand is the generality. You can recognize the generality, the nature of emptiness and the essence of luminosity. But that is part clear light, sunlight part clear light. Why they give examples in Tantra as sunlight and the mother-like, or childlike and mother-like? Because you have already recognized the sunlight, the particular light, and then easy you will be recognized the mother-like best clear light, because that is the son himself already know his mother. It's very familiar. So therefore they no need any doubt when his mother is coming from very crowdy people. But it's just when he saw his mom is coming, and then there's without any doubt, just straight can to jumping on the arm of the mother's arm. They have without any doubt, like, So similarly, when you have opportunity chance to introduce, to recognize the true nature of particular light and emptiness, and then on top you have familiarity about these meditations, and then during this dissolution stage, the mother-like best clear light appears easily. You can recognize, oh, that is what master introduced to me. That is what I was experienced, and then now it's this real one. So you can recognize, understand. You can realization that nature. So and then as the sunlight is become into the union of mother, like this become one test. Finally, you can understand that's one pointed meaning. And different symbolic, but it's the same nature. Finally, you understand. And then the first moment recognize, or the first as appears. That's normal. Just appears of the best clear light. This is for everybody, not only meditators, not only practitioners, but regularly and normal the human beings. When we go in this dissolution stage, and the last moment, the best clear light appears there, like sky, the pure empty sky, the pure atom sky, like it can appear everybody. Therefore, everybody can experiencing. But does not mean it's a realization. It's different. Just experience, but does not recognize. What is that? Have no idea. Just experiencing very nicely, it's very comfortable, something, the nature feeling, that just appears on the mind, arising only that is. They have no different object and subject and active of the three spheres. They have no different the three different kind of spheres. There only is the perception mind as appears the pure perception of this best clear light, but they can experiencing clearly. But they doesn't know what is that. That's the main problem. They doesn't recognize. They doesn't realization that is nature of them, their mind. This is the problem. Why they doesn't recognize? That is ignorance. That is aspect of ignorance. It does recognize. That is wisdom, primordial wisdom. That is antidote, direct antidote to the imprint of ignorance. If it doesn't recognize, that is the aspect of the imprint of ignorance, ignorant. According to Dzogpa Chenpo teaching, where what is the difference, ordinary and extraordinary Buddha, for example? If recognize true nature by the primordial wisdom, that is Buddha. As long as not yet not recognize true nature, no matter appears there or not, but that is ignorant, that is a sentient being, ordinary being. Only 1 second minutes difference, sentient being and ordinary being and extraordinary beings. Only two moments, a second is a difference. 1 second is a difference only. If recognized, that is the basis, the basis of Buddhahood. If recognized, that is the basis of nirvana. If recognized, that could be the basis of enlightenment. If not, that is the basis of samsara. Because the ignorance is the root of samsara, But here we let it be talking about is accordance of to the Tantra and especially Dzogpa Shenpo way, a little bit different, normal, what we're talking, common teaching terms, ignorance. But point is, of course, not very different, but here we're talking very, something is very subtle aspect. We're talking both the abandonment object and the antidote wisdom, both. But they have many levels, but this is because the highest teaching, the connections to the very highest teaching. So therefore, that's difference only. Sentient being and Buddha or something. Enlightenment mind or with the ignorant ordinary mind. It's only this 2 second difference. So however, and then if there's somebody realization, the true first to the experiencing normal, I mentioned before, at the second moment they recognize, and the third moment they're remaining on there, and the fourth moment is their abiding their control, the spontaneously can abiding about on these recognitions, never return back of ordinary people's dualistic grasping mind. They're completely always continuously freedom from the dualistic grasping mind. Freedom. So the realization, the selflessness self, and realizes that is the point, essence of realization, selflessness of person and selflessness of phenomena. So the true realization, selflessness, emptiness, wisdom is antidote to the delusion, obscuration or delusion, ignorant, the root of samsara. To realization, selflessness of phenomena is the antidote to the obscuration, to the omniscient, So that's the final, the quality achievement state in the moment. So this is the moment, that moment is to say, oh, this dying person, the masters, is on Tukdam now. He is on the Tukdam. He remained continuously on the Tukdam. Then how long? Maybe on the Tukdam 1 hours. Maybe it's 24 hours. Or maybe more, is it 1 weeks. Maybe can continuously just on Tukdam 1.3 focus on this Ekupos meditative concentration realization true nature mind as a one month possible. Then in during that moment, how you can recognize, how can you see what sign you can see this dying person is on Tukdam or not? There's a big difference between is on Tukdam or without Tukdam. Because normally, if somebody stop the heartbeat stopping, and the breathing stopping completely, and the nerve functions completely stopping, nerves, the functions, everything, and then start to, the 2 hours after, and after everything stopping, the 2 hours after the everything stopping, and then start body decomposed. Will be start to decompose or decay, But if someone on took them and body will not decay, will not be decomposed, weeks even, very high temperature, like it's 40 degrees, something like this, very high temperature, but still no problem. Body just is like very freshness, very fresh, normal. Like living body, like This is the sign. You can see that no problem. The no change the skin, the colors not become dollars or something, not like becoming $2. Not very much like shrink. The body is not shrinking. The flesh is not shrink much. It's the same, very, very fresh. And also it's very, very flexible hold of the limbs of the body. Because if completely dead, normal people not on tuktam is then body not that much flexible. It's very hard to move. Everything's, like trees, almost like the branches of tree like become. But not like that. It's very living. It's very flexible. And no smell, no bad smell. Drink this on tuktam weeks, even month, is there no bad smell, So in that moment is on tuktam, and then you need to keep this body. We need protect, in the red place, and no touch, no move. Just keep on there. As long as on the tuktam you see the sign, and then, so, this many happened in Tibet. So many practitioners during this geological state, and they're on tuktam. For example, my first guru, master, the Dzogpa Chenpo master, Yeshi Onjuk, he on tuktam. I was there when he passed away. Actually, he's not very sick, very ill, but little bit something is unusual, sign, feel uncomfortable. He is yogi. So with consort, we have wife with, and his wife, he take into ask requisites. Maybe probably you have something is strange, so you have something wrong. So we must be go to check up, and then he accepts, and then they read the horse, and to visit to there and the towns more, the village, the Tibetan and the Chinese. But he didn't first go to in the hospital, and just because not very problems, so there not much problems. So therefore, just he resting there is a few days, and his disciples home family, the one disciple, his disciple, the lay practitioner disciples. He stayed there couple of days, first few days, not went to in the doctor, first there. But anyway, and then that moment is, he says, oh, I want to something go outside, because I doesn't want to make dirty of this house. Then is his wife is a misunderstanding. Means is he actually like little bit joke, Oh, this means is he want to toilet. So otherwise is he's lying on there, staying there on this bed, and that is, peace there. So that is means she understand, joking. Okay, I take you, go out. And then really there also toilet, go out and come back, not enter into the house. Just he says, okay, I want to rest here in the garden, the flower garden. There's small tiny flower gardens, and that just in front of the house. There, and then he's sitting there, the log of the wooden log seat, normal in the garden. So he's just sitting on the wooden log seat, and then is the couple, his wife, and the consort is a couple. Says, oh, so waiting a little bit. I bring one cover something on there, and then one blanket he bring there, and then this filled and then covered under the wooden log seat, and then he said, my master, he's sitting there. Just sitting on the wooden seat, keeping the meditation positions of Arya Maitreya meditation positions. He's the opening two palms covered on the knees, He, of course, wearing everything, the cloth is there. It's even shoes, everything. And then he's sitting on there. And usually he always, we can't see so much difference. Is he on the meditation or he is very normal? It looks like very always as a concentration on the meditation. We can feel, even he speak, even he looking us, he talking us, but very different than other people. That's normal. He's very, the post meditations. Looks like we can feel, we can trust always he's remaining on the post meditation, even the walking, talking terms looks like his. This was I saw the Ngoshin Ken Rinpoche. when I come in India, at that time, I first met him in Bodh Gaya. So Ngoshin Rinpoche, that time I can feel very much my guru, the Yeshe Ngoshu similar. Anyway. So, and then, okay, then he and then anyway, he looks like it's the meditation, but it's a little bit unusual because it's a long time, it's no moving and not talking and just remaining and continuously these meditation positions. And then the consort, his wife, a little bit is doubt, something, and then he too close, call him Yipo. It's very the honor, the name he just respect to Yipo several times, but no answer, just sitting. And then he close to see, check, but no breathe. The breathing already stopped, breathings. Means he passed away, but still meditate on this. But that means on Tuktam, on the Tuktam. So anyway, and then that same day, the evening, is from his disciples, the son, one of Ranna, his name is, he coming to calling me because I'm very close, but I still, my brother's house is very near, there's maybe 1 kilometers far, not much far. But I didn't hear even my master already there, And then he's calling me, this boy says, oh, you must be need to come, immediately need to go to, my father says to come on his horse. I'm saying, why? It looks like very rushing or something, nerves. Looks like very unusual. I'm also a little worried, but why? But he didn't say any. Maybe they says, don't tell any to me and before. Maybe they says, because he's like one boy, So anyway, and then he was the sickle, the bicycle come. And then, he says, you need to quickly to go there. But he says, we are going to on the cycle, but I'm not like to read cycle. We go walk, it's close. And then we are gathered by, I see so many rainbow, the rainbow light, the rainbow in the sky. So many different, I show him, look, so many beautiful rainbows there appears. He says, yes. But that times I can see is the other side of this, over of this house. But somebody, my other friend, Dharma friend, he comes from the bottom of this valley. That time he saw these rainbows as behind my side of the other side. Means we are very different, illusion. But anyways, I don't know what happened, but I went there, and then other one master comes out from the main gate to meet me, But it's a little bit very unusual something. There's something wrong. I can see, but I don't know what's wrong. But he says it's okay. Our guru is his guru also too. But says our guru is passed away. So when I'm shocked. I didn't hear even something problem there yet. Sick. So he says today. But he also not reach the breathing already stopped there. When he are there has already passed away. So that is happened. Then we went into the gate, but where's the body? I thought must be in the house, but now they covered some the tent, but tent cannot tent fully because it's very close to the wall, so it's just like this, and some trees, and then just they're hanging the little bit covered means you can't see from outside like tent, but hub. So then I just go to see, look, but it's just meditation positions. I can't believe that the pastor were dead. Looks, how can people die like this, sitting on there? I cannot sleep even on this, So how can I? But there's no breathing, nothing. Then, okay, that is could be the Wachimbo master pass away. That is should be on Tuktam, but I'm sure there's something is behind between. There's something is, otherwise how can? And then around let me look there, but nothing it's just empty and there's nothing. Just on the cutting the wooden log and they're sitting same. The meditation position is okay. Okay, so this week everybody knows that's on Tuktam. So we keeping one day 24 hours and next 24 hours, the another 24 hours, the first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, in the sixth day. That's a problem, something. Because his uncle. One is also he is also one master, but his mental problem usually is a little bit mad person, So he every day boring us very much. Oh, we must need to know something to do. The body, we cannot live like that. He already dead. If you live now, there's a similar time. It's a really similar that times, Similar time. If you live, then body become decomposed or something, decayed, and then bad smell coming, and so many problems. Usually, is the Tibetan culture when people dead, then just immediate 1 or 2 hours later with something tied at the neck or so forth. Even keep few dead, but otherwise bad smell, many problems are coming. So like this, he's feeling. He says every day. We say, no, it's different. That's very totally different. So don't worry. That's on Tuktam, not normal people. So we're waiting to wake up the weekend from that on Tuktam. But every day he boring us again and again and again. Anyway, the 6th day, the other master, he lived from other place. I also live a little bit far, means the 2nd floor there because he boring too much and sitting there. So, but as the other, his disciples, the wife is coming, Rinpoche, come. So not Rinpoche called me that, says the man, Soto, come. Something happened. What happened? Oh, this Lama is he going now is the calling his brother. Says, brother, come, we must be to do something because otherwise those people, they doesn't care, this body. So we must be, so he's doing something. Then I just go down and to look there, but he already touched whole body and then take the shoes and something is, and he started to live there's the preparation for the purified water is there because make shower the body and then we need to because start cremations. The Tibetan master he make everything there's something already move, so there's no chance to keep continuously on the 6th day, and then we start to make everything what needed some special way or traditional way, and then last moments is I cannot, but there are many people coming more, and then there's some that try to tat from the neck, from the scrap the kata, so because then I ask them, it's already now it's passed away, so we touched already, so therefore please make a little bit more strong. In case, otherwise it's not nice if it coming some bad smells because now we already disturbed of the on Tuktam. So that after disturbed Tuktam, then it's same, almost can become the bad smells, so forth, But we need to embed into the body, into the own monastery, therefore. But that moment, unfortunately, suddenly appears the real sign of the death from body. As the color is changed. Suddenly it's like living people when we take the next, like same, half face, and then the rest completely changed colors. It means in dollar, and the dollar, the color of the skin change. So that times a little bit very disappointed, and sad also, and a little bit angry. I'm easy angry. I'm sure the master pointed him, look, we're not going cremation, we're going to killing. I'm a little bit upset, for him. And then, anyway, that just happened. So, finally, we invite to this body into the monastery for cremation. After cremate, and 7 days later after, and then we open the stop of the cremation, the stop, I'm there. And then, that's my first time in my life I saw directly on my eyes, directly to saw on, the heart, tongue, and the eyeballs. In the text, I know already that says many times, if it's Zopa Chenpo master, very special, sometimes they can live after cremations, cannot burn of the heart and the tongue and the lip. This is the representation, the body, speech, and mind. Live for us, something like the blessing. Like that is the one kind of the relics, kind of different relics from heart, tongue. But I don't know what kind like is they live for us. But it's that time I saw directly the tongue, the 2 eyeballs is just on the of the heart, and the tongue is gathered there. But I can see very clearly. But it's a little bit dark color because burning for the fire. Everything is of course burn. There's even the bills, the vajras, the bills also is melting, completely melting into. Because it's too strong to fire. But it's the heart and tongue, the eyeballs is there together, left. But first I worry, looks like maybe if I wrong touch, maybe it's, how say, exploded or something, because like looks like coal, the chair coal, like the color. But I carefully touch because I'm the main opening, the main stop. So many people around there. So I must be tell them, show them. So I carefully like just touch, but no need to worry. It's very soft, very flexible, like flesh, very flesh. So no need to worry. Then I take out and everybody show them. Oh, that is left, the heart, tongue, and the eyeballs. And then we destroy the straws, make clean everything. But on the ash, so many relics. What's it? Relics. So many relics. Many is small, tiny, big, different colors, so many multicolors, so many hundreds. And then there's the head of my monastery, Terton, the very great discoverer master, Terton Jigme Lingpa. His advice says, is this all the relics we keeping together. So we will discuss future what we do. Nobody can take even one pills, So that is we follow him. Then everybody take together and clean on the one circle of the foundation of this stop. Everything's make clean. There's nothing left. Then the last moment I ask request to everybody and the master of the Jigme Dorje. May I can have if something I found on this, not on the ground, because everybody make clean, nothing there. Then they say, of course, if you found something there, that's yours. Then I didn't open my eyes, just closed totally my eyes, and just deeply from my heart, aspiration prayer to my master, the four corners of this square, the foundation, just little dusty I can, for my palm, opening palms, that can make something little bit small, it's camphor like. In the center, I 4 directions, and there in the center, and I feel something in the finger, dusty, something I found, and then this put on my opening left palm here. Then I open my eyes, but I can find there's 13 pills, the relics. This is can I belong to me, So anyway, so we talk lots about this, but however, that is means is actually we're talking Tuktam. So as it can be, Tuktam is like that. This is not only my master. Of course, so many masters happened like this kind. In India also, as a couple of years before, also the South India, one master, he passed away. He on Tuktam 18 days. 18 days was on Tuktam. It's, how temperature in India, South India, always around 40 degrees, So how can this body can live there as for 18 days? Usually, even as like 24 hours, then it's not possible. Body decay, But do not decay. Of course, not only that. And then they want to check whether the medical science or something, Western medical science, but the monastery, they worry to check. So they're calling to His Holiness Dalai Lama. And Dalai Lama says, yes, can get the chance to check, because there was left some very great missions to check about this, but that time couldn't find nobody on Tuktam. His Holiness, when we have mission and nobody on Tuktam. If somebody on Tuktam, that time we have no the missions to check, So that time they're calling to and then His Holiness says, yes, please, and no problem. He get permissions to get to check, and then they did check. They're very, very, interest was amazing. That is unbelievable, but they doesn't know how to explain. That's, of course, that's just science, But it happened, but they doesn't know how to explain this. This is impossible, actually. So these kind of many means that's true stories. That's it because on Tuktam, So anyway, and then so that's on Tuktam, and then ordinary, if very ordinary, just experiencing the best clear light, but have no chance, unfortunately, maybe cannot recognize, but sometimes possibilities, point present is even naturally. Naturally means is the previous karma. So they have even not practitioners in this life of this kind of Bachembo, this kind of Tantra, but still is the something, the projecting karma as previous, the past life or some another life, they have already something is connections about connected about these traditions or these something lineages. And then it's this imprint, is awake from these moments, and then they can recognize. That's the possibilities. Some exceptions, but generally ordinary people just can experiencing best clearly, but cannot recognize. If couldn't recognize, then cannot remaining on this continuously long term. But still, sometimes can be few hours. Sometimes even ordinary, just experiencing not on of tuktam, but just experiencing the durations. The durations can be 24 hours, or maybe it's 3 days. Even ordinary, very rare, but sometimes can. But does not mean they recognize, but just experiencing on. But the power is very strong. So therefore, his body can keep the normal way because the energy is very strong. This best clear light. So why body do not decay? Because the best clear light, the power energies can healing, whole bodies. Because we're talking the channels, bindus, essence. This is Tantra talk, and especially in the Zopa Chimbo way, we say empty nature and the luminosity and the union of great pervasive compassion can the power of this great, these 3 different aspects and one essence can pervading to whole body. So therefore whole body is like very fresh, where can keep as long as on the tuktam, So not only like that, then sometimes very, very special great Zopa Chembo, not only texture, the Zopa Chembo had texture and toggle, but toggle practitioners, then he or her body is completely transformed into the rainbow body, rainbow light, Jalu Powa Chembo, great rainbow body, they transform into the great rainbow body. Is possible. Or exploded, but they dissolve into the atoms. That is textured. Textured practitioners only, and then sometimes the body completely exhaustion into the atoms. That's the one. And the toggle practitioners, especially very great toggle practitioners and familiarity toggle practitioners, whole body can be transformed into the of a great rainbow body. This happens, rainbow body. Sometimes. This is also very true. They have many examples, but even one lineage of Nyingma tradition, the Kathok lineage followers, since of around the 11th century to in the 20th century, between there, as it means during the 800 years, more than 100,000 practitioners become rainbow body. So the first one of these 100,000 is Katamba Deshik Lingpa master, Katamba Rinpoche. Katamba Rinpoche was the founder of Kathok monastery, the mother of Kathok lineage, mother monastery in the region of Kham. He is the founder, the first one, master of this Kathok lineage. So he is the first master become rainbow body, Katamba Deshik Lingpa master. And the last 100,000 of these during the 800 years, the last one is Pama Dundur Lingpa. Pama, the great discoverer master, the Zopa Chembo master, and the Terton also, Terton, is Pama Dundur Lingpa. It's a very famous one master. He also born in the region of Kham, Nyagrong. And he, the last one of these 100,000 people become rainbow body during this 800 years. This is only in the followers of the Kathok lineage. And we're not talking about other lineages, Dzogchen lineage, Pariol lineage, sure. But only one I'm talking is there's 100,000 people become rainbow body. This is true, And this also is another one is the several years before, now it's 10 years more than, was 1998. I think 1998, yeah. In August of 1998, Khenpo Achu, he passed away. Khenpo Achu. First, he pilgrimage into India. he met the Gyabje Dunjung Rinpoche, the famous one, the Nyingma master of the Dunjung Rinpoche, the famous one. And then he received Dzogpa Chenpo teaching from him. And anyway, then finally he went back to Tibet and retreat. Almost the rest life. The Khenpo Achu, he is abbot of a fully ordained monk of the master, teacher, Khenpo Achu. He retreated in the Lamorong as a place, is his retreat place, in the simple wooden house, he retreat there. And at the same time also some session is keeping the teachings to his disciples also. But mainly he on the retreat till he passed away. He didn't be even in the hospital, but and the last week means the last of the end of life. He gave the advice to the disciples, says, please keep my body on my meditation seat and only 7 days. Don't touch, don't do anything, just my body live on my bed, my meditation bed. The same, sleeping bed and meditation bed is the same. Those masters, they have no difference. Modern masters have many living room, sitting room, meditation room, meeting room, or kitchen room, bathroom, so many things, extra room. But those masters, only one room, everything. So anyway, and then he passed away. And then they follow the advice, they keep his body. His body means he meditation positions with this, the sitting meditation positions, with this he passed away. Wearing the the orange monastic robes with this, he passed away. And then so many, the rainbow light, the small or tiny or big or circle or many different shapes, various different aspects, and close to the house, outside, inside, and far, even the other peak of mountain, those shepherds, they can see in the sky so many different rainbows when he passed away. Anyway, and then every day, his body is become smaller and smaller with these meditation positions. And the last day, and the 7th day, completely his monastic robe is flat on the bed, and the body is disappear totally. Okay, so man's has become rainbow body, completely dissolve into the light, rainbow light. Normally is 99% more than is there left. Even the rainbow body not necessarily have to all is disappear into the light. Even is melting into small. Sometimes they stop left is like small baby can place in the like small statue like they left body, whole bodies, and the plate can show people like this. They stop, not completed. But this also, of course, we can say same the point of the rainbow body, of course, But they have many reasons why they stop. But anyway, we're not going everything cannot speak. But however, but sometimes completely become rainbow body. But they left, I told you, more than 99% more than they left the finger, the nails and the hairs of body. But the Khenpo Achu, he doesn't leave. Even the fingernails and the hairs, everything's together and they become rainbow body. So therefore, it's a little bit of worry of those disciples because they have no proofs left any to show people. So that was worry, Anyways, that's happened. So, and then after the next year, to maybe second or third year after, and then these two the disciples of these Khenpo Achus pilgrimage in India and met His Holiness in here Dharamsala, explained this everything's all detail and and then the next day morning maybe that time is that's the teaching in His Holiness. So as His Holiness they're talking this all is in the teaching time. I was there, something I think is the next day, but I'm not so sure just next day or not. But anyways, on the Dharamsala in the teaching time, His Holiness Dalai Lama explanations about this because I met him, these two disciples in another year after I passed away. So Khenpo Achu. So that this all is true, but it's unbelievable. But doesn't matter you believe or not, but that's happened. Okay, so really. So these how to explanations normal way and the scientist on the medical science cannot explain. Only is from Buddha's great Dzogpa Chenpo teaching or something highest Tantra teaching can explanations all. But this takes time to understand, Not easy like this, why, how, is how could be this is that. If you understand this, all the reason, logic, everything, if you, that means you are become really little bit high level practitioners. You are that you can, otherwise not easy. But still you must be trust, because that is true, happened. You know. So these kind of all the science, okay, the science does not mean the Buddha descriptions after happened this, say, oh, that is something. He explanations everything's beginning, yet nobody did practice about this kind. Then he says, if you practice, you will become like that. And then he gave transmissions, he gave the order instructions, he gave empowerment, the introduction to that, so extra. So for example, the masters. And then somebody is special, very high capabilities and very the effort and to practice, and then the end happened that, you know, not explanations after happened, but beginning. So there are explanations, everything's what levels coming. So it's very amazing, it's wonderful, of course. So, but many stories, if you're talking this way, we cannot finish, never, you know. So anyway, so okay, so maybe today we can live at that moment now on Tuktam, because that is the last part, the end of the dissolution stage, the Bardo, the death Bardo, of the distorted elements. So this dissolution state, intermediate of death, sense beginning, start to get the actual disease, the actual cause for the death, until the process of dissolution stages reach of the best clear light, and there. And then the next stage is, we will talk, the coming is the Bardo of reality, the Dharmata, is this next stage is coming. Still is, as we need to remind you, the he or her mind is still, nature mind or the consciousness still remaining in the body. At the moment, that last moment, still not yet separated from physical body. Okay, but that's the last part. That is the subtler mind. There cannot be more. There's cannot be no more subtle. That is the fundamental. That the best clear light stage is the fundamental mind. That's the basics of all the course level. Pure perception of some nirvana and pure perception of samsara, both are displaying this Buddha nature. That sense from beginningless in the training cycle is in samsara until as a Buddha's omniscience achievement, Buddhahood, have no change. Have no change means is spontaneously the power is there. Spontaneously the wisdom and this kind of the clear light luminosity is as there. That means not change means, that not means that is a permanent. That's not normal permanent. That is a great permanent, we can say, use this word. Means is even was we born many times burning in the hell realm, but this Buddha nature cannot burn. By the fire of the hill cannot, you know. So that's the Buddha nature. So everybody, we have the potential energy to liberation, to realization, to achievement state, that qualities. Everybody we have. Because Buddha nature pervading equally all sentient beings. Even 1 second minutes haven't never separate from us the Buddha nature, the best clear light and empty nature. But unfortunately, very ordinary people, even 1 second minutes haven't yet realization to nature once on month, since beginningless till now. You know. But one day will be realization, sooner or later. Because nature is there, always. The obscurations just circumstantially appears. Circumstant means is they have end. The obscuration have no begin but having end. That is why it says circumstantially appears there. The Buddha nature is haven't begin and have not the end. That is why they can separate one day. So, hope son us, you know, to realization, to find our nature mind by the power of your wisdom, your compassion, your faith, and by the Buddhas, masters, lineages, lamas, yidams, blessings, energies, their realization can transfer to on your heart one day. Anyway, so that is today. So anybody, if you have any questions, maybe we're going to let it be question answers. Alright, so we're going to dedication prayers. kundu yanda lama dharme Show